Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is day number 1. And I am somewhere in Mississippi, working my way toward Dallas, Texas. I've got a buddy I went to high school with. Him and I have been friends for, I don't know, 30 some years. So we're going to hang out for a little bit, and then I'm going to work my way over to El Paso from there, and then start heading north into New Mexico, Colorado, all that fun stuff. I quickly wanted to show you my rig. We're going to do a walkthrough of all of this stuff later on. The only complaint I have is the same complaint I always have with the EcoBoost F-150 is as soon as you put any weight on that thing, gas mileage. Now, of course, I've got a lift on mine. I only average about 16 miles per gallon without towing a trailer. So right now I'm about 9.5 miles per gallon. It is what it is. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I don't have any other costs. I don't have hotel costs. I don't have restaurant costs. I packed all my food. So if I have to pay some money in gas, that's how it is. So, a little bit of an update. It's been a lot of driving. A lot of driving. That's expected. Every time I've done this trip, there's a couple days invested of basically just driving to get to where I'm going. And then it's a lot of short stints here and there. So, we are about 75% in, which is great. Last night I got into Dallas probably around 5 p.m. I met up with a buddy of mine. We had dinner, hung out for a little bit, and then I hit the road, spent a couple more hours driving last night. Found a nice secluded place outside of a hotel, spent the night in the truck, and back on the road this morning. So what I'm really looking forward to is getting to my destination. The first big one is in just south of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I bought 5 acres in that area. Hopefully to do some flying from. Gives me a solid place to camp from when I start heading out in that direction. But before we do that, we're actually hitting El Paso, Texas. Anthony and I are going to hang out for a bit. Probably do some flying in the morning. It looks like conditions will be decent enough for that. Otherwise, I'm just here to check out, his setup, where he flies from, what's going on with his school. Meet his family, just, hang out, I guess. So that's a nice pit stop. I'm going to spend the evening in El Paso, probably head out around noon tomorrow, working my way up to the Albuquerque area. I think it's like a 4-hour drive from his place to my property, so really excited about that. So anyway, that's the update. Nothing too exciting. It's pretty cool from your guys' perspective. You get to watch a video and you get to time warp 5 hours into a trip. Now I'm getting close to El Paso, a couple hours to go. Landscape has definitely changed. It's very beautiful now. I just want to get this paramotor out and do some flying. But it's 12 o'clock, midday, probably not the safest time to do that. It's been a good drive though. So far, so good. Well, good Thursday morning. I am in El Paso, Texas. Hung out with Anthony last night, cruised around on the one wheels, checked out his area. Pretty cool, pretty fun night. Stayed in a hotel last night just for the convenience. It was still a little bit warm at night, so I decided to get a hotel so I could get a workout in, shower, clean up, and we are on our way to the field to go flying. So Anthony's got one student he's working with right now, and I guess a couple other guys are going to meet us out there. So should be an excellent morning. Conditions look not perfect, but still decent enough for a good flight. So let's go ahead and hit the road and make this happen. Okay, we are just leaving the LZ. We had about 5 people up in the air. It was decent conditions. It was a little bit gusty, but definitely fun for just tooling around. We pretty much stayed in the LZ area. Like I said, Anthony had a new student who was working on getting more flights in, so taking off, landing, taking off, landing. So anyway, it was just fun to buzz around. It was nice to finally get the paramotor out after a few days of driving. So now we are going to work our way to New Mexico and check out that property I purchased up there. So let's see how it goes. We got about a 3.5 hour drive to get there, so not so bad. So I'm just about to this property in New Mexico. Now keep in mind, I bought this property sight unseen. Of course, I had some photos and some drone shots, and I contacted the group that kind of runs the area just to understand crime issues. And anyway, so far I'm about 10 minutes away, and it is gorgeous out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful mountain range. It's not just desert, it's this, I don't know what it is, but just this tan colored wheat field, some grass, brand new road. It's like this brand new road that's heading out this direction. So anyway, so far I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see when we get there. Well, good morning from New Mexico. I made it here yesterday afternoon, spent some time getting camp set up, trying to find the perimeter of this property. I'm gonna have to stake it out today, just so I have an idea anyway. Amazing property though. This should be perfect for flying from. I've got mountain ranges in the distance, nice and flat here. There's no cacti. I'm not worried about the wing snagging on anything. It's flat, it's a little bit bumpy in some spots just from the grass growth. But we got all set up, slept pretty good last night. You can see from the windsock, we've got some decent winds this morning. So it should be a nice flight. Okay guys, it's our last flight in New Mexico. We had a horrendous storm last night. It just was whipping and blowing. Fortunately, my camp stayed in one piece. I had to prop the motorcycle up there to so I could strap the tent down to the motorcycle just to give it something to base to. But beautiful morning. The result of this storm is a beautiful, decently mild morning. not quite as gusty as it has been. So let's get her up in the air. Okay, I'm all packed up, ready to head off to Colorado. This has really been a fun journey here in New Mexico. I've never been to New Mexico outside of driving through Albuquerque, you know, interstate all the way through to Arizona. You get off the beaten path and New Mexico is absolutely gorgeous. I got to meet one of my neighbors. I got everything set up with the HOA. Lots of flying, lots of motorcycle riding. I couldn't have asked for a better stay. Now, the next journey to Colorado. Let's see what we got there.